There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
Now it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm going to get things started off here with the good. Man, Travis Hunter, in his humbleness, I got to give that man a ton of credit because, he's a guy that is a top 2 draft pick. He's a guy that's a Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, he's got the world in the palm of his hand, and it's just nice knowing that even when a guy who's got so much success, he's still a humble human being. And there was a woman who was traveling, and her name is Sandy Hawkins Combs. And she was traveling, and she just ran into a young man. And this young man was so nice and polite that she decided to post about him on Facebook. And in her Facebook post, she said, "I had the most wonderful flight home from Denver. I met the nicest young man who sat next to me. He offered to put my bag in the overhead compartment and helped me with my tray. He was always polite, saying yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. Anyone would be so proud to have him as a son or grandson. So polite. People walking by were saying congratulations, great job, or even taking pictures with him. I turned and asked him, who am I sitting next to? I looked at his Jaguar pants, smiled, and asked, are you an athlete? And he smiled and said, I'm Travis. Yes, I was drafted by the Jags. And I already told my sons I want his jersey. He is so humble and down to earth. I would have never guessed he was a professional athlete. Jacksonville Jags, you did good. I will be buying tickets. United Airlines, thank you for my seat assignment." And wow. Travis Hunter was just the kindest human being on a commercial flight, right? He's got private jet money, but he's on a commercial flight, and he was so just humble and just great to this wonderful woman who was traveling. And I'm sure, that woman's never going to forget that.
Yeah,
exchange.
I was talking to a buddy of mine on Saturday, and he's big into fishing, him and his son. And he knows football, but not really. He just kind of passively watches. But he knows who Travis. He loves to fish. And yeah, Mike Martinez, my guy, Tucson Fire Department. And he's like, yeah, this Travis Hunter guy is cool. I'm like, oh, you saw the video of him when his girlfriend gave him a $30,000 Rolex. And he's like, why did you give me this? I'd rather spend the money on a boat so I can go for fishing. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's exactly what I saw. The best part of that video is he turned to his girlfriend and goes, don't expect this from me now. We're not spending money on this stuff. And two points of order on this. Number one, for a guy, okay, whatever you believe about Shedeur Sanders, the fact that the dichotomy between those two is pretty striking. Mm-hmm. As far as the guy that's actually the better NFL guy, prospect at least, completely humble, down to earth.
Sense some insecurity, from the other side.
But you know what I got out of your story? Jaguars pants. Where do I get Steelers pants? There's got to be. I was like, he's wearing Jaguars pants? Yeah. I'm like, was it sweatpants or was it just he's wearing
John Daly style, Jaguars pants?
There are slacks with logos on it. So I'm going to start doing my research during the break.
Also, I think Mason Graham eventually is going to be an awesome player for the Cleveland Browns, but imagine if you're a Browns fan and you're seeing all these great stories coming out about Travis Hunter, and you already know the great player that he is, and then you see Mason Graham throwing up at practice at rookie minicamp.
Yeah,
not a positive sign for the Cleveland Browns. All right, so that's my good. Travis Hunter
threw up in his helmet, had to go wash it out.
We've all been there.
I don't in the helmet.
On your face mask, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's oh, cool. Our number 1 pick, the number 5 draft choice overall, is so out of shape he can't handle OTAs. They're not running sprints or anything.
I know.
Yeah, it's very Cleveland-y.
Imagine if you're a Cleveland fan.
Yeah. Well, I got something to say about that later. Go ahead.
All right, so my bad is the Colorado Rockies. Now, the National League West, it's a loaded division, right? You got the Dodgers at the top, with them splitting the series against the Arizona Diamondbacks over the weekend, and a great fight by the D-backs too. That was an entertaining series. But you got the Dodgers sitting at the top. They're now just over the Padres, and you got the Giants, you got the D-backs, just 4 rock solid teams. And then somewhere at the bottom, you got the Colorado Rockies that just lost 21-0 the other day against the San Diego Padres.
That's ridiculous.
And yeah, the Rockies, man, they are just off to a bad start. It's actually Major League worst 7-33 start.
Yep.
It is so bad for the Colorado Rockies right
They are
now.
my huckleberry in the Major League Baseball betting this year.
Yep, same.
Yep.
They are 19.5 games out of first place in the NL West.
That's not so bad.
And the Rockies have been outscored by 128 runs this season. The only team since 1900 with a worse run differential through 40 games was a 2023 Oakland Athletics that had a minus 144 run differential. It is Colorado has the worst 40-game start since the 1988 Baltimore Orioles, who were 6-34. And as a result to their poor start, they decided to fire Bud Black, who is the winningest manager in franchise history.
Yeah.
So it's all bad right now for the Colorado Rockies.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
Before that 21-0 loss, the general manager came out and gave a vote of confidence to Bud Black. And then they lost 21-0 and then he got fired.
He got fired.
Yeah, all in the same day. I got a vote of confidence and I got fired. Usually you wait a day, right?
That's pretty hardcore.
That's that might be a record as the quickest vote of confidence to the termination of your employment in all major sports. But they were. Hey, Rockies won 9-3 yesterday.
They just penciled in no right before the confidence.
What I meant to say is I have a vote of confidence that he will be fired. You didn't let me finish.
His contract was set to expire after the season anyways, and he had a 1-year extension last year, so they're like, yeah, let's just go ahead and get this started and get rid of Bud Black. But
and then the general manager stays, right? It's like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a crappy team, and if we don't play well, you're gone.
Yeah.
So, and you're like, oh, thanks, and thanks for the 1-year extension.
Yeah.
Bud Black, good manager. But like I said, when you got chicken and you got poop, all that comes out is chicken poop stew.
Mm-mm.
You can't make a stroganoff out of that. It's just chicken poop stew.
I know that you mentioned how he got the vote of confidence and then fired. It kind of reminded me of Arizona 70-7 against ASU, where Dave Hickey, the administration, they didn't necessarily give Kevin Sumlin the vote of confidence. But with the pandemic and everything, and then Arizona losing a lot of money in revenue because of not having butts and seats, not having concession prices or concession sales and all that. And I was like, there's no way, even if they get smoked by ASU, there's no way they could justify firing Kevin Sumlin. I mean, they just laid off like 2-3 dozen employees in the athletic department. And then they lost 70-7. I was like, man, that guy's getting fired.
Yeah, there's no way.
That guy's getting canned.
No.
That's a dead man walking right there.
I mean, honestly, the gift that keeps on giving is Herm Edwards. I mean, if Herm Edwards was, I feel bad for this guy, I'm going to slow down a little bit. We'll make it like a 49-14.
Oh, Antonio Pierce, the Wildcat infiltrator. When I talked to him at the coaches clinic, he was like, no, I wanted to put 100 on Arizona because I wanted that job.
Yeah.
I want to become the head coach of the Wildcats. So I wanted to embarrass Kevin Sumlin so bad.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Good job.
But if it was 49-14, I believe, because of all the things you've just mentioned, I believe that Arizona probably would have kept Kevin Sumlin another year.
Man, who knows what would have happened at that point?
Yeah. And,
no T-Mac.
Jet
no,
Fish
none of these
came
guys.
in and did a great job of resurrecting the program.
Absolutely.
And now we're with the right guy, I think.
Absolutely.
Brent Brennan.
All right, and my ugly NBA officials. What are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
Benedict Mathurin getting ejected for that altercation with DeAndre Hunter. I think it warrants a flagrant 1 foul, right? If you review it and you see that, okay, he definitely gave him a little extra shot to the stomach. You review it, you look at it, and you say, okay, Ben, we're giving all you guys flagrant fouls. You guys are all getting technicals. To eject the guy who initiated it, but not DeAndre Hunter, who came over and just full on pushed him and started this whole thing. To not eject him, I thought was completely asinine. NBA officiating, a little questionable in round 2. I mean, the games have been exciting, don't get me wrong, but I feel like a lot of times, man, these officials, I feel like Tony Padilla has graduated to the National Basketball Association because these calls are just absolutely atrocious, especially that one ejecting Benedict Mathurin yesterday.
Yeah, I'll give NBA refs this. At least they don't do it with a chip on their shoulder looking for a fight like Tony Padilla. I mean, that guy, clown. But, I'm not – this is not sour grapes, but there was a couple of really bad calls that were meaningful, that Lakers-Minnesota series. You know, like when Julius Randle kicked the ball and went out of bounds and they said it was just a bad pass on the Lakers. They didn't even review it. But I don't know, man. I didn't see Benedict Mathurin, what he did, being so egregious. Guys, the game of NBA basketball is so physical in the playoffs. Yeah, I gave him a good shove to get open, but I see that happen like 10 times in a game.
Draymond Green does it every night.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a little much for me. It's not like he punched him and, or anything, or punched him in a sensitive area or pushed, it was overkill. And like you said, DeAndre, the most egregious, hardest shot in that whole thing, although Ben did kind of flop a little bit, was the two-handed push by DeAndre Hunter. But it's
well, Ben had his hands up because he saw DeAndre Hunter charge at him. It was like, all right, let's sell it, baby. It's like we're taking a charge.
Yeah, so I don't know. It seemed like a little bit of overkill, ejecting him 7.5 minutes into the game. Now, Indiana was like, that's okay, Ben, take a rest. We're going to put 80 up in the first quarter, 25 first half, 25 assists, and we're going to go up 40 on this team. And then it got worse for Cleveland because in the second half, their best player, Donovan Mitchell, nowhere to be found because he hurt his ankle. So hopefully he's going to be okay, and Cleveland can make a good run at him in Game 5, bring the series to 3-2. I
don't know, man. I think it's Indiana going on to the next round. Yeah. But that's my good, bad, and the ugly. Ollie, what about you?
Yeah, I'll be quick, man. NFL schedule, baby. This week coming out, we know who the first game is going to be. On
it hasn't even been announced.
September 4th.
And it's going to be as good next week, too. Yeah. Like, all right, the NFL schedule has been officially released. Very excited about these games. Yeah. Steelers going to Ireland.
Yeah, so you guys saw me do this, like counting.
Literally on your fingers.
And I'm like, okay, week 1 is, so 9-7 is first week, 14-21, week 4. They're saying week 4. All right, Steelers in Ireland against, I think, either Minnesota or Green Bay. September 28th. I got it. So got to call Bon Voyage today. Make sure I got my package ready. But yeah, Cowboys-Eagles, September 4th in Philadelphia. Should be a great opening game. A lot of fun. And, man, no disrespect to the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, but it's football time already, baby. Schedule's out. That's the official start of the NFL season to me after the draft. And guys are in OTAs and just so exciting. So exciting that we're going to get NFL football shortly
in 4 months.
Football season's here, Andrew. It is here.
No, dude, it's training camp in July, dude.
Do you watch training camps?
OTAs, maybe a clipper here or two. I mean, they don't really show everything, but they'll show you some things here and there, and you get all the little tidbits about who's doing well and who's surprised, and hey, this guy's playing well, and look at him. Look at the changes he's made in the offseason. Yeah, I love all that stuff.
That's a really long way of saying yes.
Yes. Yes. I'm just going to go to ugly now. My bad was Mathurin. Ugly is this. Now, you watch video of OTAs. And a quarterback such as Jackson Dart or Shedeur Sanders against air will throw a little swing pass to a running back, and you'll get the post on X about, look at this pass by Shedeur Sanders. Cleveland, you got your QB1.
Breakout season?
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He just made a throw any second-string varsity high school football player quarterback could make.
Yeah.
When you talked about quarterbacks in OTAs and you see pictures, I thought you were talking about Kenny Pickett's small hands.
Oh, well, he's got extremely small hands.
Those are baby hands. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was photoshopped when they had the two pictures of Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett side by side. And Kenny Pickett's wearing gloves, but man, got some tiny hands for a quarterback.
What was that Saturday Night Live skit with the something sisters, and she ends up with the baby hands, and I'm Clarice.
Yeah,
she could be Kenny. Anyway, I just find it video idea, but I find it hilarious that you'll get this little snippet, and it's not even. I mean, okay, you throw one deep down the sidelines, it was a good throw, but most of the time it's this really simple running back out of the backfield or a comeback route or a wide something easy, and it's really against nobody. And these guys are seriously posting it and going, oh, watch out, NFL. Jackson Dart about to take the league by storm. And I'm like, come on, dude.
These guys are going to check down the hell out of you.
Shedeur Sanders, that ball, 81.4 air yards. Don't tell me he doesn't have a strong arm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even see the field. How do you know? Like, what are you talking about?
You better watch out for that bubble screen.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's now there's other things that are actually good signs, and Justin brought one up. Like if your number 1 draft choice in OTAs is throwing up in his helmet and he's the number 5 overall pick in the first round, not a good sign. Not a good sign.
You can't sit there and be like, well, I mean, it's just complete change of scenery for him. And it's like, he was in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Now he's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a difference.
He's really good, man, but we'll see what happens. I just let's pump the brakes a little bit on, shorts football. T-shirt and shorts football, it's got its place, I guess, but it's not really a great indicator of professional football at the National Football League level. It's just, it's just not. And I sometimes think people are just doing these things because they're trying to be funny, but no, they're serious. They're serious. So one of the things I love about this time of year, schedule coming out, off-season training camp, love it. The negative side of that is it is hyperbole season, baby.
Yeah.
It is it's that receiver we got from Slippery Rock as an undrafted free agent. Did you see that route? He went straight really fast and caught the ball against no one. Randy Moss, your record's about to be broken. He's like, what?
Remember this when the guy who's replacing George Pickens for the Steelers has a great camp.
Yeah.
And produces some great plays. And Ollie's like, I'm telling you what, this undrafted guy that we got from Virginia Tech School of Deaf and Blind, he's legit.
Hey, dude, the school of that school's produced some hell of a good players. I mean, no, dude, it's if there's a body of work over like 2 weeks of training camp, I might get excited if there's some consistency to it. I already know the guy that's replacing George Pickens, and he's got a body of work that I can trust in. His name is DK Metcalf.
Damn straight.
And he's about to take the league by storm. Watch out, Jerry Rice. Your records are about to be broken.